There's a story of a king who wanted to marry his daughter. And wanted to marry his daughter. Of course, you see, a father worry about, which kind of person. You can't just marry any kind of person. So the king wanted to test all the people. So he put a certain challenge. So this challenge was that they have to wear an iron armor, and then from down, because his castle was built up on a mountain, which have 500 steps to go up. So the challenge is to wear this iron armor and walk towards the castle, and those who achieve that will marry the princess. This was the challenge. So the king announced to everybody, but that was the challenge, to marry the princess. So on the appointed day, many suitors came, from different kingdoms. They all came and they were ready to take the challenge. So the first one put the armor, and the armor was so heavy, it made with iron, but he made the first step and he collapsed. He'd look at, okay, now I have 499 steps to make, impossible. Already he discouraged himself. So like that, many try, some reach to the second step and they fail. Very rarely one reached to the third step, could not go further. So they came to the conviction, but no one will be able to meet that challenge, and no one will be able to climb up to the 500 steps to the castle itself. So they were all disappointed. And seeing that, the king started to feel disappointed itself. It reminds me also of the story of Ram Swayamvar also, when Janak had the bow put there and said, whoever lifts that bow of Shiva and break it will marry Sita. No one could. Even Ravana tried. He could lift it, but he could not lift it very much. Even his hand got caught into it. Then Ram came and he lifted it, with love and respect, to Lord Shiva, and lift it and break it. So like that, they were thinking, the king was thinking, there's nobody into the court itself to meet that challenge. Then from behind they heard a simple person, which were no prince, no king, nobody. And he said, I will try. So the armor was put upon him, and he approached the steps. He went on the first step, okay. Second step was fine. Third step was very difficult. The armor weighed so heavy. So with very difficulty, he managed to make the fourth step. And then he started to feel that his strength is disappearing. But he said to himself, I should not give up. There is one more step. I should do that. So he managed to step upon the fifth step. As he stepped upon the fifth step, he felt a pull, and the armor started to become lighter. Then he said, no, I should not give up again. I will achieve to my goal. So he put the next step. more step he put, lighter the armor started becoming. Finally, he reached his goal. He reached the 500 steps. And the king was very happy with him and congratulate him that now you can marry my daughter. And he told him the secret of that challenge. He told him that this armor represents your willpower, your inner strength itself, which God have given you inside of you. And if you don't trust that willpower, you will never achieve anything in life. But when you have that willpower and that your determination is clear, your goal is surrender to the lotus feet of Srimad Narayana, and you will see that that will make everything easy in your life. But as he walked further on, there was a big magnet attached. So further he goes higher up upon the ladder, lighter become the weight because the magnet was holding. So the same thing in your life itself, you see. Guru and God are there. Never fall down in whatever happen into your life itself. How terrible could be the challenge of life itself, and how terrible can be, how far you think that God is, but you can't achieve him. Knows one thing, that you are never alone. You have to give your best in whatever you do. When you give your best in whatever you do, you will see that surrender to the lotus feet of Srimad Narayana becomes so easy, because he is with you. Like in the Bhagavad it said, he enthroned himself upon the lotus of your love. You see, for him, firstly to perceive that there is something inside of you, he perceived, yes, you are ready to fully attain me. It's just a little step that you have to do. And count upon that inner strength, even if how many, in that story that I just said, how many people will tell you, no, you can't achieve to that level. People will always be there to discourage you, know that. Because they don't perceive, they see only their own limitation. And when people look at their own limitation, they think that everybody else is also not be able to achieve that. And of course they will give advice, no, you should not do that because you can't achieve to that. No, count upon that inner strength. When Bhagavan is seated upon that lotus of love inside of you, count upon that strength that he have given to you, and always move forward towards surrendering your mind at his feet, surrendering your life at his feet, in whatever you do, wherever you are.